All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the only hard seltzer with vitamin C and superfruit acerola. My name's Will DeFreeze. To my left, David Ruff.
A couple notes from Dave. That's me. If you're watching at home on the YouTube channel, this is not my normal laptop. I forgot my charger, so I'm using KJ's Lappy. So any of the statements made on the Lappy are not necessarily reflective of what I might think.
What kind of stickers we got going on?
One of them
here?
is Poncho Outdoors. I feel like you
wow.
know
Do you not support Poncho Outdoors?
Well, I'm literally wearing a poncho hat. So
Do you see they got Colt McCoy?
It's big for them.
Yeah.
Colt.
Not from Texas, but his daddy moved him here as soon as he could. Sprinkled a little Texas dirt under his crib.
Where's he from?
New Mexico.
Oh.
Born in New Mexico.
Shouts to New Mexico.
Second note, and this is, then we can get to Dillon. If anybody out there, this is a very specific outreach I'm doing here, has any experience de-weeding their yard without killing the grass, specifically the Dallas grass, that tall weed that kind of grows up overnight and it has a little fuzzy thing at the end? I've been pulling them out by hand, but there's like hundreds of them, and it's just a real pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it, Dave. Why are you doing this?
If anybody has any
It's so disrespectful.
Why is he doing this?
What? I'm sitting next to what? I can't touch him?
That's such like a hey little guy.
He's a big guy.
Hey big guy. All right, but we know what that means.
I need help with it. That's all I'm saying. So hit me up.
Very cool. Very cool of you. Wow. This silence is a good time to introduce me. This big, long, silent part. Like, hey, Dillon's here too, or something along those lines, or like Dillon Shivery.
Should we introduce Dillon?
Some of these weeds I'm looking that are native to Central Texas.
Are we still doing weeds, or should we get to me?
No, we're still doing weeds, man.
Well, you're looking at pictures of weeds now.
Yeah.
Like, this is not good radio.
No, this is a segment where Dave and Will look at pictures of weeds together.
Look at the dove weed.
Dude, shouts to dove weed.
The only weed I know about, I burn. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
They'd always say smoke them if you got them.
everyone knows that you only burn swag.
I do. Sometimes I'll splurge and get some mid, but that's it.
Wow.
You splurge and get some mid.
Splurge, feel like it should be a dirty word.
The mid-splurger himself.
Mm-hmm. But
Dillon
splurge,
Shivery's in the building
splurge
today.
is not a dirty word, but it feels like it should
Very
be.
close to one.
Right.
Which one are you thinking it's close to, though?
Anyway, I'm rocking the Rocket City Trash Pandas, the AA affiliate of the Angels Ball Club. Shouts to the Rocket City Trash Pandas who sent us some swag.
Dude, the thing about the Angels is that they're in the outfield.
They sent us swag, not swag, to be clear.
That's very nice.
A lot of people are confused about
I
that.
wouldn't hate if we had minor league teams sending us weed in the mail.
But swag, though?
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway.
just to be clear, the Trash Pandas only sent us hats and some stickers. They didn't send us any illegal drugs.
Yeah, no marijuana, unfortunately. But we support them. We rock with them because they rock with us.
I wish they'd send us whatever Nathan Bates is smoking, because that guy's having a year.
Really?
How's he doing?
Is he raking this year?
He's a pitcher.
Oh, shouts.
What,
He's a right.
So he's anti-rake.
What's the ERA looking like, dog?
That's kind of an outdated stat.
Earned run average? I don't think it is.
No, it's
Yeah, it doesn't
I feel
really
like it's still
matter.
very-
He's just over 4, but I mean, this is an offensive league.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people think the bats might be a little juiced.
what's his
Torqued.
whip looking like?
1.26
Like this?
actually.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
That's not bad, right? Isn't
looks
that
like
a
this,
1.26 whip is pretty good?
Yeah, he
Wanna
had
see
some
mine?
good years at Georgia State, if I remember correctly.
That's an all-time bad whip from Dillon right now. If you're watching on youtube.com/watchmedia, you just saw Dillon hit the most mid whip I've ever seen.
Look like I'm turning a key.
Yeah, you look like
Oh,
you look like a lock is jammed on your front door and you're trying to really get that thing open. You got to pee real bad after a long trip.
Just wait till you see my nay-nay, though.
Don't do that. I have no faith. No.
I said nay-nay, Dave.
No.
Dave, let's see your nay-nay.
I'm all right.
Is Victor Acosta having a season?
He's putting them up. Yeah, man. He's slugging. It leaves a little bit to be desired, but he's getting that average back up around 275.
They sent us
0.275.
a nice
Again, an
little
outdated
note.
stat. I normally
Nice
just
little
go with the
note.
next gen analytics, but
They said if we were to do a Nashville meetup, they might come through. I don't know if that means like whoever sent us the package, like the whole team.
No,
don't
I
know
think the
what
whole
that means.
team.
Yeah.
I think we get the whole. How many people are on a
40
baseball
man.
roster?
40.
Shouts to 40s out there.
40?
Get the 40 man.
I thought they did like 53 man.
25, I think.
Let's look it up. And find
What's
out who's
53?
right.
Is that like NFL or some shit?
NFL, yeah.
I don't watch football anymore. I watch
53 guys suit up for NFL games, yes.
Can we get some official biz out of the way?
26.
This is a good official business
That's MLB.
segment if you guys want to do this. You guys ready for this?
Is it more for AA?
It is.
Really? It's got a
Well, that's
whole,
the expanded roster.
I don't think they're all suiting up for game day.
They're suited and booted.
Dude, but everybody suits up. Even the manager.
It's so stupid.
It's
but
fucking
okay.
doesn't make any sense.
No, but at the same time, if the manager's wearing a suit, it also looks stupid. Like, what's the middle
Just
ground?
throw on a polo and some slacks.
That's the Dillon shivery. That's what he
what I
wears.
mean?
I just don't know if that would look like at this point. We've all been groomed to see them in uniforms, and I agree it's weird, but I don't have a better alternative that's not going to be jarring for at least a season.
Seeing
Joggers.
like a 68-year-old just bag of bones out there wearing, baseball pants. It's like, what are you doing?
I know, but like, what you can't have him wear joggers because you have like a 65-year-old man wearing joggers. And
Okay,
that's
how
not a
about
good
just
look.
how about just a tracksuit?
I'm bringing a bag of bones.
Is
back.
he a
Just
runner?
warm-ups.
Is he a runner or a track star?
No, he's a manager of the team.
So
No, just go polo slacks. Like, do the football coach look.
but you want some bird dog slacks on there? I mean,
Maybe.
they're the most comfortable pants in the game, but I just don't know if those are
Hit
made
him
for
with some
baseball
tinnies,
managers.
some tinnies, some slacks, and a polo. A trash pan, a polo. That's got to go hard.
Is it? It's league mandated that you have to wear the uniform?
Fairly certain, sure.
Because I guess no one's ever stepped out of that.
Are they actually part of the roster? Can they like pinch hit?
No.
What, you want Jim Leland to go pinch hit for like Prince Fielder and whenever that year
They have
was?
a number on their back.
Wow, that is a dated reference.
Part of
Yeah,
the
I don't watch
roster.
anymore.
He's a great ranger, though.
I don't watch anymore. Hey, we got some official business. Tomorrow, worst of, Patreon. Patreon.com/Circling Back Podcast. You can also go to itspodcastweek.com. We've had 2 worst of episodes thus far. Both have been hitting.
Oh, they're hitting all right.
And just from the stories that I've already gone through, we've got a bunch of emails that I haven't even read yet, but just based on the stories that I already have set aside, we're in good shape right now. If you have your own, submit it to worstof@washmedia.com or go to washmedia.com and fill out the form on there. Either way, it's fine.
Got a note from Brett. Brett texted us.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see this?
No.
I'm not going to name the sponsor, but one of the sponsors really liked one of our reads because someone said, I get drippy on my pelly. And I'm assuming that was you.
Yeah, the company did clarify, which they think translates to getting sweaty on a Peloton, and I can confirm that getting drippy on the pelly does mean getting sweaty
It
on a
doesn't
Peloton.
necessarily, but I mean,
Can we not name the sponsor?
if you yeah, it's 10,000. Sorry, I don't know why. It's
10K.
you hop on the
They can
pelly.
swipe up.
Speaking of, rocking them right now.
Dang,
Because
look
they're
at
rocking
you.
with me.
Look at you.
Yeah. You know how I do.
Must be nice, dude.
You laughing at Randy.
You're not drippy though.
Just keep producing.
Why are you
all right?
guys taking away from worst of right now? Like, we're trying to get the people to hear worst of.
I wanted to show them my booty meat.
This is Dave's bullet points. It's a new segment.
Check out YouTube's for the booty meat shot.
We're also doing Friday voicemails on Thursdays. I will say that I saw some booty chatter. Speaking of booty meat, I saw some booty chatter that Thursday's episode from last week was one of our best voicemails ever.
I concur.
It was
with
pretty
whoever said
good.
that. Whoever said that is a very smart person.
I always get a little hesitant to call things like, oh, it's one of the best episodes we've ever done, because I feel like people just do that when they like don't have anything else to say about an episode.
Hyperbole.
But I will say that Thursdays was a objectively good listener voicemail episode.
It's like, sometimes you just catch one on the sweet spot and you know that it's going to go.
Sometimes I like seeing like other like podcasters, and I'm definitely guilty of this, when they just say like, this was a fun one. Like, that's the most mail-in state. That's like starting your column with "We've all been there."
Yeah.
Oh, this was a fun one.
That's code for like, it was all right.
Yeah, it
you
was
can listen
fine.
and it'll be fine, but it's not gonna blow your socks off.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that with Too Much Dip. Potentially my least favorite thing is having to do the tweet for the Too Much Dip pod, because I have to think of some like way to promote it that's not corny, and everything in my head is corny. So I'm just like, I sit there for 20 minutes at a time. It's not fun.
I mean, dude, that's why we're different, though. We know how to promote things in ways that other people don't.
Yeah, we're different, Dave.
Yeah. We love when we get some new reviews. I love it, at least.
Tell me we have some that you're gonna read.
We do. You ready for these?
Mm-hmm.
If you go leave a review, there's a good chance that we'll read it at this point. Someone named T-Lynn Holmes on Wednesday said, Areola and edging, 5 stars. I rock with them because they rock with us. Jake Makes on Wednesday also said, too many abbreviations. Imagine a podcast where they speak every word in its entirety. No one is doing that.
Yeah,
He's
that's a
going to
good
hate
point.
my segment
If
later.
you're looking for hot takes and pop culture about 3 weeks too late, this is the pod for you. Thank you.
We were pretty early on the milk crate challenge.
Yep.
Pretty
More on that
early.
later. We also have This Podcast is Thick from FSU Soccer 1740. Two washed-up 30-somethings and a 49-year-old gas each other up incessantly during their extremely boring lives, but somehow make it hilarious.
They're not that
I
boring.
think our lives are pretty fun. And
Yeah, they're kind of mid.
We're talking to a mic for a living. It's not
no
that
one
boring.
over the age of 37 on this podcast, so that's interesting too.
We have TJ Loris, 14. He said, they earn my business every single episode. 3 mid to late 30s guys and sometimes a late 20s guy dominate the small to mid-sized podcast scene with hyper niche references, long-standing bits, and current event animal updates from fighting animals on drugs to fictional restaurant characters to unsolicited Harry Potter takes. I don't think they're unsolicited, Dave. These guys really do it all. I highly recommend anyone who's looking to spend 3 hours a week laughing. To put it in simple terms, I rock with them because they rock with me.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
And then I also have from Saturday, I don't know what this person is doing on Saturday, leaving reviews. Everyone knows it's for the boys. But it's from Beast CR. They said, slight dilemma. Because of this podcast, my girlfriend and I can only have sex to Cole Campbell songs.
Ooh, that's
Wow, join the club.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Did you leave that review?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. That's all we got for reviews.
Good stuff, man.
There's some good ones out there, though. So go leave a review and 5-star rating. Tell a friend about the podcast. And like Dave said earlier, if you're on youtube.com/washmedia, you can see Dave's new laptop. You can also watch every episode that we do on there. And I will say the new studio looks wonderful in the new setup.
It looks okay.
Also, big shout out to Camp Will Mommies. We had a couple of them pop in here before they went out to the camp.
Yes.
And they said hi. We gave them some liquid IV to make sure that they didn't die.
3 lovely young ladies stopped by, and one of them brought the Stella painting.
Yes.
And the gift of fudge.
I don't know if she wants us to say her name, so I won't. But very, very kind of them.
Shouts to Sea Dog.
Yes, and they brought us treats as well.
Shout out Woodhouse.
A nice
Dude.
little note, which is right here.
Major shout out to Woodhouse and Napa.
Can we just run them back in small business, Sep?
Yeah, if it means that we can get more free chocolate, I will 100% do that.
We got a button.
Oh, yeah, we
Mommy's
do
button.
have Small Business September coming up as well. This is our last August episode for Freezies. Go email your small business to Brett@washmedia.com. Again, Brett@washmedia.com. We'll make sure you get your small business shout out in there.
Is it true you funded the entire Camp Will Mommies thing?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sally and I had some money put away for a trip we were going to take, but I was like, you know what? I want to let the girls run, so I'm going to rent a giant house in Wimberley, Texas for 31 women.
Guess what? The girls ran.
Yeah, they ran.
I don't know if you followed along on the social medias over the weekend, but they put on an absolute show.
Who was the guy on the jet ski?
Randy.
That dude.
Randy thinks he threw us off his scent by posting a story from a wedding, quote unquote, in Indianapolis,
Okay,
quote unquote.
Randy.
He was definitely playing the Wells card out at Camp Will Mommies all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts to Bachelor in Paradise. Can't wait to watch tonight.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Okay.
You know what? Like, I'm actually
it's
not
fine.
really dreading it. Should we start doing recaps of that? That might be good.
Dylan, you're gonna have to binge it since you haven't watched it. You know, it's the best way to watch a show is to binge it.
Really?
But once you start binging, you can't stop. That's the
Is
thing.
that how that goes?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dude.
Hey, do you guys hear that? It's time for This Weekend in Fun, baby, presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer. The option with something extra always makes your choice a little easier. And when you're scrolling the aisles and you see all these similar hard seltzers, you're like, man, I wish there was something different in like a beautiful orange packaging with like a dope logo and maybe some acerola in it too. Well, guess what?
Well,
got
it is
Vizzy.
a super fruit.
It's super fruity.
It's a super fruity.
Dude, Vizzy brings something different, unique, and delicious to the table. Grab yourself a drink that can do everything with Vizzy Hard Seltzer. It's the first hard seltzer crafted with antioxidant vitamin C, extracted from acerola, which everyone knows is a cherry. It's a superfruit with 30 times more vitamin C per cup than an orange.
It's incredible.
I don't even know what an acerola cherry looks like at this point, but I don't even care because I'm drinking them constantly.
I don't know either.
Not to go too deep into my weekend in fun, but I can confirm that on Saturday, I was kind of like, I had some extra time to burn. And at about 3:30 in the afternoon, I thought, you know what? I'm going to go to the pool. Went in my refrigerator. I got one Vizzy out. And I brought it to the pool with me.
Did you? Just
I
one?
drank it. Just one. Just one.
I actually offered Vizzy to our babysitter Friday night.
I've done that.
I don't think I was like anything in the fridge. We got Vizzy. I don't think she took me up on the offer. But at least I made the offer.
That's because she's never had one. Because if she knew how good they were.
No, she didn't do it because she's a responsible babysitter who doesn't think that drinking alcohol on the job is the move.
That's my question.
How many drinks can you have as a babysitter?
Correct.
2?
7.
I would have been fine if she had one. I would have been fine.
What if you came home and the babysitter was like, nah, never mind.
What,
Let's-
like doing keg stands in the living room?
No, she's allowed to have one Vizzy.
Yeah, you can have a Vizzy.
Give her a Vizzy. There are plenty of hard seltzers to choose from, but with 8 bold and delicious dual fruit flavors and antioxidant vitamin C, Vizzy makes the choice a little easier and a lot tastier. I had one of the, why am I blanking on what I had?
Peach watermelon.
No, it wasn't a watermelon. It was one of the Ridge. Man, I don't know. I love them all.
Was it a blue pommy?
Black cherry?
No.
Yeah, the
Tangerine. There's tangerine in it.
Wow.
It's the buck cherry?
Hard to say. What I know about Vizzy, though, is that if I had every single flavor in my refrigerator, I can reach one hand in, and I can just fish around, and whatever I come out with, I'm going to be happy with.
It's going to be quite enjoyable no matter what it is.
Never hurts to add some antioxidants and vitamins to the mix. And with Vizzy, you can enjoy refreshment now with the antioxidant vitamin C. 5% ABV, 100 calories, less than 1 gram of real cane sugar per can. Every sip of Vizzy is more exhilarating. Upgrade your hard seltzer to Vizzy. To find out where you can purchase Vizzy, go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed. Must be 21 or older. David, what'd you do this weekend, my guy?
Well, Thursday we did our intern dinner, our farewell to the interns at Matt's El Rancho. Great time. I thought it was very nice. Shout out Timo and Cool Adam. Maybe more with them later. We'll see.
More on that.
But yeah, that was nice. Had exactly 2 Pacificos. Next day, what was the next day? Oh, Friday. We were up here for a bit. That's when we got a visit from a few of the Will Mommies, right?
No.
Was that Thursday?
No. Dylan and I were here. You were missing. Dylan and I were out here recording a mail-in episode.
Oh, I was watching Rhodes.
People said it was probably the best mail-in of all time, I think.
A lot of fun and easy banter.
We were on a heater. It was good.
Friday night, Dylan had his thing. I'm sorry, I'm moving slow right now. His engagement party. Got to meet some of Dylan's old friends. Got to meet his new friends. It was a good time. It was at South Congress Hotel. I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
That's my potentially favorite. It's definitely my favorite hotel bar, and potentially my favorite bar. I just like the vibe.
It's a great vibe.
Sally did something no one's doing at an engagement party, and she ordered a plate of hummus.
I feel like that's been done before.
I just feel like
Was
it's
that
a weird move.
tribute-
We're all standing around having drinks together, and she just the waiter comes up with a plate of hummus.
Tribute to Dylan.
Yeah,
Very kind of her.
big game day snack energy.
Dylan, your old friends are just, those guys are a hoot. I really like those guys.
Do you?
Yeah, they immediately just, as soon as they met me, we were chatting up about the group text, and then they just immediately started telling stories about you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I tell the one about you kicking out your buddy Michael from a high school party?
Oh yeah.
Because you said if you've never seen me with my shirt off, you have to
No,
leave.
That's not the story.
That's what he said.
my friend Adam was at the party, and I wanted people to leave because there were too many people in my house. And Michael was not really a friend of mine at that point.
He's a fringe guy.
He was a fringe guy, not even a
Damn,
fringe
you
guy.
are not rocking with Mike.
He was working his way up the social ladder within our high school, so he hadn't yet gotten on my level. You know?
Okay, you're at the top
Wait a
rung.
minute.
I'm the top rung.
Cocky,
Okay.
cocky high
He
school
was at,
Dylan
like,
that's entered
fourth
the
from the top.
building.
And so I said, I got to get people to leave. And Adam goes, I'll take care of it. And so he said, if you haven't seen Dylan with his shirt off, you have to leave the party. That's the story. That's what actually happened. Not what I said.
What's the significance of seeing you with your shirt off? What was going
I guess
on there?
under his thinking was
Locker room?
his close friends have seen him. Guys on that baseball team have seen him without his shirt on. Guys like Michael had not yet.
Because he was still like, where did he start? Give me a little rundown. I didn't actually meet him.
Where did he start? What do you mean?
Like his clique. Like how did he end up
He
with
was with
you?
the pop
He was-
punk kids.
He was.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
He was on the tennis team.
Okay.
Shouts, hey, major shouts to him.
tennis. He played D1 tennis actually.
Okay.
James Madison University. But he was, he had some friends that we didn't hang out with, and then he had some friends that were like, kind of my friends, and then eventually he was in my wedding. Like he's a great friend of mine now, but at the time he wasn't.
That's a real
It's a,
rags to riches story.
It really
It's-
is.
I
From
think
the
that's what
tennis team to Dorn's wedding.
That's what the
Yeah.
kids call a glow up.
yeah,
Seriously.
He really, yeah. When I finally let him at
Dude.
in my house, he was like, "Wow, I've made it."
Hey,
Michael's-
shouts to James Madison.
Yeah, it's in Virginia, correct? Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, what's their mascot?
the Duke. Dukes.
Damn. Michael out the mud all the way into Dylan's
Yeah.
wedding party. That's amazing.
I don't know.
He
that
started
was-
from the bottom, and now he is
He
here.
probably tells everybody that story because he's like, "That's triumphant. I've made it."
And then Dylan's engagement party was fun. It was good. We hadn't been out in a while. I had one of the best, probably the best espresso martini I've ever had.
Wow.
Dave. I'm just
I
gonna
was
pull back the
telling
curtain.
everybody
Dave
about
was
it.
a wild boy. Dave rolled in straight up, got a espresso martini first thing,
Told everybody how good it was.
and then you became a little whiskey boy out of nowhere. Do we have any idea of how much that glass of whiskey cost?
Little whiskey boy.
Let me just say, I went with bartender's choice. I told him, like, look, dude, I've been in on bourbon for a while. I've seen it all. I want to know what you like. And he gave me, it was like Noah's Mill or something. I don't know. It was fine. I texted our buddy Ryan, who's a certified bourbon boy, and I was like, hey, man, what do you think of this? And he gave me, like, all the intel on it. He's
Love
like,
it.
well, it depends if you get this or this. And, it was fine. I enjoyed it. Had a couple drinks, went home, had to decline a couple dinner invites due to sitter constraints, but it was fun. Good night. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, Dave. To the event.
Dillon, did you post any? Bay posted a photo.
Bay did. Fiance Bay did.
I was giving Dillon shit like with his high school buds just because it seemed like that's what you do with like the old friends you just met.
Of course.
But that was a good look.
Was
it was just
I
fun.
feel like I was doing too much.
No, it was it was funny, and I had to bust your balls because it's something I knew you were like a little bit out of your comfort zone
Yeah.
in, but it actually worked.
I wanted to hit him with a navy sport coat, and I had my Everlane jeans on and my new loafers that I'm wearing a lot of. But Bay talked me into the tan coat because she thinks I look great in it, and honestly, I can't argue with that.
Damn, we got a Hall of Famer.
I had the apple bottom jeans on too.
And I hit him with the apple bottoms. But yeah, Bay helped me put that one together. That
Dude, I pulled up
ensemble.
in the True Religion jeans. It was a prob.
Wow.
You didn't, did you?
No, I think I was wearing like J. Crew.
Very cool. Is it my turn?
Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, Thursday, Matt's dinner with the interns. Had a great time. I'll skip over that. Dave already touched on it.
I nailed it.
The engagement party was fantastic. Thank you to everyone who showed up. Really appreciate you guys. My sister and brother-in-law were there with my little niece.
I didn't even see him.
They were there.
Oh, Q Dog was
My
there.
niece was just putting on a show.
She was out.
She was, man. She was great. It was so good to see them. Old friends, like Dave said, old friends, new friends, base friends, my friends, everybody, man. It was just great. It was great.
Was it low-key a movie?
It was kind of a
People were saying
major
that.
motion picture. Blockbuster hit. Box office.
Hey, on the Matt's dinner, glaring lack of listeners buying our dinner. Just
Yeah,
want to
that's
say.
true.
I wasn't even there for that.
I low-key got a dinner off Friday night with Drew and Lily,
Mm-hmm.
and Ryan's business partner for some reason was also there. And for whatever reason, it was one of the most fun dinners I've ever had in my entire life.
What'd you get? You sizzle?
I got the Hitas. We went to La Piscina.
I know, they're
which,
good
of
as hell,
course-
aren't they?
Of course, is Spanish for the swimming pool. But Drew
How
and
are
I-
their taws?
They were good taws. Drew and I just started talking about airline miles for some reason.
That's a very Drew conversation.
And we were just making fun about how people have to spend we only have to spend like 23 more grand this year to get like these $200 tickets. And
Yeah.
we were just riffing on each other, and it was absolutely hilarious. So shouts to Drew.
Is he a put the meal on his card and then Venmo you kind of guy?
I don't know. He didn't do that on Friday.
God.
Fiance Bay actually did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is she getting the points?
I guess she is.
Puntos.
I don't know.
What kind of card is
The
she have?
Puntos en la Piscina.
She has an American Express card.
Don't leave home without
What's her
it.
number? Do you have her credit card number handy?
You want a credit card number?
Yeah.
I don't know offhand.
Have y'all seen my new debit card?
Yeah, it's
the,
swag.
the new
It's a
MasterCard is a
problem.
problem.
Yeah.
Why is that thing such heat?
Saturday, I went to Barton Creek.
I might leave mine at a bar soon just so I can get a new one.
Saturday, I went to Barton Creek. You could just report it lost instead of actually losing it.
No, I'm gonna lose it.
Had a fantasy football draft out there. Spent all day at Barton Creek.
Damn.
At the pool.
All right, break your team down.
I don't love my team. We'll leave it at that. I don't love my team, but it's early. I can make some moves.
Dan, that's brazy.
Do you just have to look that up?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
That's like I thought we weren't doing that.
KJ's gonna look at his Google history on this computer and be like, "Why was Dave looking up Brazy?"
He's gonna wonder why I was on TMZ for.
And yesterday, I spent a whole day with Parks, and we absolutely killed it.
That's your son.
Yeah,
right?
I heard.
He
His
according
words.
to him, we were absolutely killing it yesterday, and he's not wrong. So that was my weekend. It was fantastic.
I mean, I pretty much did the exact same thing as y'all all weekend. Pretty much.
You had a glow up Saturday.
I had a glow up on Saturday?
Yeah, thanks to my photo dump of all Will DeFreeze photos.
Oh, yeah. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about me having enough photos that Dave can do an entire photo dump of himself?
I don't know why you don't do that for me, too.
It's because you always ask for my phone and then, like, judge the photos. Like, Dave's out here just being an absolute muse.
I trust the process.
My muse.
You don't even try it with
Dave's
me.
my muse. I do. I have a whole folder dedicated to you.
It's like Dave pays you, a lot of money to just follow him around and take dope
he also
pictures.
does that. It's kind of convenient.
Somebody
he paid for my
said-
entire New Orleans trip.
Somebody said this puts off Will's falling in love with Dave vibes.
Yeah.
And I say, normalize falling in love with the homies.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm like the dude at In Love Actually, who instead of taping the wedding, he just taped Keira Knightley the entire time. That's
so
what I did in
upset
New
with you.
Orleans.
Is that the balloon thing?
Dude,
My balloons. I don't know.
that is exactly what is happening here.
Was that guy problematic? I don't remember how that movie ended.
He was a shitty friend. A very shitty friend. He told his best friend's wife that he was in love with her.
Hey, love finds a way.
Imagine.
My best friend's girl.
I spotted someone on Saturday night who is a person that we've talked about often on this podcast. I did not speak with him.
Dude, Wesson Dill?
It wasn't Weston Dill. Do you have any guesses of who it was?
Ted Cruz.
Was not Ted Cruz. Dillon, any guesses?
I don't know.
Just name anybody.
Matthew McConaughey.
It wasn't
Ooh,
McConaughey.
that's a good guess. Rogan.
It wasn't Rogan.
Young
Elon
Jamie.
Musk.
Yeah, I saw Elon Musk.
I know you did.
I saw Elon for the first time.
Does Dave know this yet?
I think he does. Yeah, we were sitting there. We were eating some pizza, I was having a glass of wine, and suddenly I heard my my sister-in-law's boyfriend say, "Oh, Elon Musk just walked in." I looked behind me. Sure enough, it's Elon. Damn. Dude, he was just bopping with the boys. He had 3 other dudes with him, and they were just eating pizza, just having a time.
Did they look like yes men?
Yeah, they were definitely yes men.
yeah, Elon, dude. Remember on SNL in your monologue? I was fucking.
Yeah, you should totally go to Pluto. I love that idea.
Yeah, I didn't talk to Elon, unfortunately. I didn't think it was appropriate for me to approach Elon while he was eating pizza.
Yeah, dude. Hey,
Rubbing
Bezos is
elbows-
trash.
Just rubbing elbows with the richest man alive or second place, whatever.
Yeah, where is he right now? Where does he stand right now?
think
Have
he's
I seen
number
the
2.
richest man alive?
I think it's Pesos and then him.
Damn.
Was he asking about me?
He didn't ask about you.
Yeah, he knows.
He was like, I heard you were with the bourbon expert earlier. Do you know what he got?
That's
I'm
a
gonna get that."
movie, man.
He's like, you roll with the original bourbon fan?
Yeah, fuck. He's like, I hear that dude make some crazy concoctions at his house with some Jolt and some Pappy.
Did you ask him to break you off a stack or anything?
I didn't. I thought about asking him to break me off so he could pay for my dinner, but like I just didn't get there with him, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah, shouts to Elon though.
He should have just picked up everyone's dinner.
Yeah,
Share the wealth.
yeah. You don't know. He could be having a tough week. He could be getting smoked on like bills this week.
Isn't like the deal he doesn't pay taxes?
I don't know. Hard to say. None of
Hey,
those
man,
rich
I wish
people
I
do.
had that problem.
Got home from dinner, watched a little Ted Lasso. Gonna have to rewatch that at some point. Turns out you shouldn't watch that drunk because you don't remember it all as well as you want it to.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get in your feels like you want to.
There's been some blowback on Ted Lasso. People are now being the contrarians.
No, any contrarian's just a hater. I did watch something that I wish I didn't watch. I watched 15 minutes last night of He's All That, starring Addison Rae and Kourtney Kardashian.
You're saying it's really, really good and the acting is phenomenal.
You know, Addison Rae is by all means one of the worst actresses of all time. But what's amazing is that her poor acting performance was overshadowed by Kourtney Kardashian's poor acting performance. I've never seen anything like it. The movie was so bad that instead of just falling asleep or maybe just watching something else, I just decided to go to bed. It ruined my Sunday night.
What is this even on? What's this about? I have never heard of this.
Netflix. It's a remake of He's All That, or She's All That, and they actually have Rachel Lee Cook as the mom of Addison Rae.
Addison Rae is a noted TikTok sensation.
She's the TikTok sensation, David.
Okay.
That's all I did.
I started watching Clickbait with Vinny Chase. That's all I have to say about it. I don't know if it's good yet.
Okay. It's on the radar?
Are you binging?
No, I watched one app, Dave. So
Dude, don't.
What?
Why would he
know.
come in here after not binging something?
I know.
Are
Dude, are you freaking kidding me?
you
Wait, is it like they've only released one, or is it?
No, I just
what?
God.
You just watch one episode. You just watch one episode of something when there's more available. That doesn't.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
that's anti-binge.
I'm loco.
If you're not, are you serious about doing this pod thing? Like, you won't even binge a show.
Dude, you have to binge.
Would y'all shut up?
Are you okay?
God.
Let's hear from our friends over at Cuts. Whether you're hustling for a promotion, working on your golf swing, wish Brett was here for that, or just chilling with friends, Cuts Clothing keeps you feeling good and looking sharp. To mark their 5 years of creating clothing that can be dressed up or down for anything, Cuts is having a month-long anniversary celebration. 5 years ago, the Cuts founder, Steve Borelli, shouts to Steve, he set out to create clothes for every occasion the modern man faces. And since then, Cuts has become the Tesla of t-shirts, hoodies, polos, sweatshirts, and more. And I can say that because I'm best friends with the guy who started Tesla.
Well,
We eat pizza together.
I don't know if that's accurate to say.
Dude, they have their signature buttery soft Pika Pro Tri-Blend tees and their cozy Hyperloop French Terry fabric hoodies. Can you imagine having something like, can you imagine having a normal loop hoodie?
Give me
No,
the
these
loop.
are Hyperloop.
Dave's been wearing the Pika so much, they've been calling him Pikachu. Isn't that right, Dave?
Really?
Yeah.
Let me get a Pikachu.
They're like, dude, there goes Peaky Blinders.
Damn. I'm trying to catch them all right now. And by all, I mean all the Cuts shirts I can get.
You should catch me. It's what I'm wearing. It's my official clothing of binging.
You know GQ called their classic Pika Pro, the one that they actually call you the Pika Pro.
Well, I've got a lot of nicknames that all relate to this one
Yeah.
specific thing.
Yeah, GQ, they called it the only shirt worth wearing. And that's GQ stands for Gentleman's Quarterly.
They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, you think that? I
They've
think
been
they've-
around for a minute.
They've kind of got some credibility in the game.
Yeah.
Their hoodies also were specially developed with their Hyperloop French Terry fabric. Shouts to French Terry out there. I'm French Terry. That's how the sweatshirt would talk.
Put it in reverse French Terry.
I'm French Terry. I'm a material with temperature controlled and I'm ageless.
Okay. Okay.
Shouts to them, though. They also have the Pika's wrinkle free.
Yeah.
I've been coming into the studio lately with hella wrinkly.
Everyone has
Yeah,
been
you have.
I need to start wearing more cuts.
Did you get kicked out of the house? You've been living in Micah's drawer?
No, I might have been. If I was going to live in someone's drawer after getting kicked out of the house, it'd probably be Micah's. Either way, this month marks the Cuts 5 month or fifth. I'm sorry. Let me start over. I got a little confused here. This month marks the Cuts 5th anniversary, and they're doing it big with 2 collection drops, a product launch and a week-long special event. Go to cutsclothing.com/Steam and get 25% off site-wide during their anniversary sale. That's 25% off site-wide at cutsclothing.com/Steam. 25%. That's a quarter. Make it happen.
It's a serious amount.
Dave, I made you omit something from your weekend in fun because I wanted to talk about it at length.
Dude, and I was chomping at the bit to talk about it.
Don't they call you the original Brisket boy now?
No one's calling that.
Well, yeah.
OBB, dude.
A lot of people, Randy,
Are you down with OBB?
have been talking about
No.
this. I got a sket off. I did a sket on Saturday, and it was on a
brisket.
whim. I had not planned on doing it. I think I alluded to maybe wanting to do one last week when Dillon was calling me out for never doing one, which was fair. And then so Saturday came around. I was having a day. I'd been pulling weeds. You guys seen these weeds? Been pulling them, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do some meats. So I did a sket. Randy, can you show us the sket?
Damn, call you Arby's because you got the meats.
5.4 pounds. This is from HEB. This photo that I've posted here, and it was on my Instagram story. I'll post it again somewhere. At Meat Smokers Only, probably.
Add me on the group.
This is at about 2:30 a.m. Unfortunately, the timing didn't work out for Dave.
They call that dentist time.
What time did you put it on?
So I put it on at about 7:30, thinking it was going to be a overnight thing. And I ended up doing the Meat Church guys recipe, which
Wait.
is 275 on the Traeger.
Put it on 7:30 p.m.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to wait. I was in the zone. I was like, I'm doing this now.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to wait.
Well, I thought I could get up at like 5 a.m. and deal with it, which is fine because that's not that early when you have a kid.
I guess when you have a trigger, it just maintains pretty well.
Yes.
So it's
You
doable.
can leave. Yeah. The
Interesting.
Traegers makes it very easy. A lot of people pointed that out to me, and I thank you for your comments. They're backhanded, but
If you're calling people out for doing a brisket on a Traeger, you're just the ultimate scum.
I mean,
What's your problem?
There's a number of people follow at Meat Smokers Only on Instagram. There's some people who aren't familiar with anything outside of what Meat Smokers Only is, and they don't get it. They don't understand. Like, that this is my first brisket. Whatever, that's fine. The preparation was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Just seasoned it up. Might have gone a little heavy on the pepper. I'm going to bring some for y'all tomorrow.
No such thing as heavy on
Yeah, as you can see on the cutting board, like heavy pepper. But yeah, Dillon, so I did the Meat Church guys version, and it was like $275 till it gets up to $160. Pull it, wrap it in butcher paper, put it back on. Well, it got to $160 very quickly.
Yeah.
Which surprised me.
How long?
I want to say like 2.5 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Can I ask Dillon a question here? How do you feel about this brisket?
I don't see a smoke ring.
There's definitely a smoke ring. Zoom in.
Oh, do we have a smoke ring controversy?
Randy can't zoom in.
KJ will vouch. The people.
I'm not saying there's not.
That's
one.
like the one thing I did right, I think.
Well, Dillon's also colorblind.
Oh yeah, you literally can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see the difference, dog.
Okay, well.
I see a smoke ring, David.
It was fairly moist. The cut that I picked up was a little lean. This picture doesn't show it, but like
Did you buy a trimmed brisket?
Yes.
Okay.
But not the full trim.
Okay.
Just like the partial trim. But yeah, that was an issue because the ones that weren't were huge.
I,
And
like
I didn't want to do like
a lot of people buy. They don't want to fool with like trimming it themselves, so they'll buy a trimmed brisket, and a lot of the time they cut away way too much fat.
Definitely. That was a thing that I realized when I got there. But at the same time, I also didn't want to do a 12-pound brisket.
Yeah. How many pounds was this?
5.4.
Oh, that's a little fella.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's why it cooks so fast.
That makes sense.
275, pretty hot.
So once it hit 160 that quickly, I dumped it down to 180 just to toss smoke on it. And then I pulled it, did the butcher paper wrap, threw it back on. 12:50, I took it off. I was still up. I think I was watching like fucking whatever UFC fight.
I love that you took it off at 2:30 in the morning.
Hell yeah.
So no, I took it off at 12:50, threw it in a cooler. Slept on my couch with Randy until about 2:30, 2:45. Set an alarm, got up, pulled it out, carved it, half asleep. Lucky I didn't lose a finger. As you can see, I was rocking the black latex gloves that are just hella sketch.
Is that the Hardo move? Is that like a Hardo move, or is that like a standard move?
That's what you see the big dogs doing.
I hate having grease on my hand and like having a rinse. It's fine.
Okay.
I didn't get black because I thought they were cool. Hella juice vibes.
Johnny Trash.
Was it good? I mean,
yeah. Let's get down to brass tacks. Was your fucking brisket?
It was very good. No, it wasn't very good. It was good. It was. There's some things I don't like about it. I sliced part of it right, like against the grain, and then the other part might have been messed up. But I had some with my eggs this morning. We had some yesterday. It's good. Like I said, I might have gone a little crazy on the pepper. That being said, we can remedy that next time. I've got a bunch. I should have brought some today for y'all to try, but it needs to be heated up, obviously. I don't know. It was good. I don't know if I like doing it more than I just like throwing on like a pork shoulder or ribs or something.
Yeah.
But it's good to have it under my belt.
It's fun. I usually start. I haven't done it in a long time, but I usually put them on super early in the morning.
That's what I would do.
I just make a day of it, you know.
That's what I would do next time, but this was all spontaneous.
A little bit cooler than 275, just to draw it out a little bit, and I get a bigger one too. 5.5. You said small, but
there's only two of us.
Right. I would be scared to cook one that small. Is why I'm saying that.
See, I was scared to cook one that big.
Yeah, Dave's not. You're not scared of meat though, dude.
Well, I'm the original meat man.
Really?
So I actually did a brisket too. I put my brisket in the microwave, and then every 10 minutes I put it on high for like a minute, and then let it like settle a little bit, and then I just kept doing that all night. Dave and I were texting about how our briskets were going.
How'd yours end up?
Really good. Really good.
Really?
Yeah. There was no smoke ring.
What's
but,
the bark look like on it?
Dude, it's just fucking barking.
Dog.
I didn't know you could get that kind of bark with a microwave. I might have to try that. It's cool.
No, it's good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time I would plan this out a little bit more, and again, not
some good
trimming it up at 3 a.m.
Dude, I like the idea of a 3 a.m. brisket sesh.
It's 3 a.m. I must be trimming.
Hold on. Is there another word that we can use that like fits better? No, not that I have.
I wish
It's
I could
3
try it.
a.m. I must be
The
smoking.
brisket itself looks
It
good.
was.
It looks.
It's fine.
properly.
Dave, I'm gonna
I'm giving myself. I'm grading on a curve. I'm giving myself a B plus. Without the curve, probably a C.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the nod of I would eat this brisket.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Hey, that brisket, I'm gonna eat it.
I'm gonna eat ya.
What would you eat it with? Tortilla or white bread?
Tortilla, dude. All the real ones know that tortilla is better than white bread.
Man, that's the only thing that was missing was just some like generic white bread for this brisket. It's the only thing I messed up on.
You know what else is missing? Crate challenges from TikTok. How's that make you feel?
You know, I support this.
No.
It's like when we made a decision to stop posting videos of people getting smoked with golf carts because we felt responsible for the injuries. TikTok has taken the same approach, and you gotta.
Okay.
As content creators, we gotta appreciate.
There's a huge difference. There's a huge difference between dudes on the golf course mowing each other over with golf carts and people doing the crate challenge. The difference is that the people getting hit by golf carts didn't have a choice in the matter. They were just sitting ducks out there. The people doing the crate challenge, they're trying to flex and get up there and do it.
Okay.
So we can't even do a crate challenge at this point. Bummer, we can't release our video on
We
TikTok. that we
can. It
did.
just might not be posted.
No, we totally already taped one,
Dude,
but we can't release it anymore.
Man, cancel culture's just gone too far, man.
How are we going to cancel crate challenges? Hey, crates, get out of here.
Because I'll tell you why. Because people are really stupid, and they won't stop themselves because it's really dangerous. They'll stop because they have to.
How have we not seen one video of people doing like a super aggressive one that's like 3 times as high as the normal one?
I've seen one that is instead of like the normal 5 or 6, it's at least 8 or 9.
No, you can't be doing that.
Like, dude, there's no way.
Yeah, you're asking.
Did you see the guy? The last one I saw was the dude who falls and hits his face square on the crate.
Oh,
Like, I mean, it looks like a
that
full
was
face break.
posted by like an Austin channel or something, Austin TV or whatever it was.
Really?
Like yeah. I don't know if it was in Austin, but I think it was.
If they're going to ban the crate challenges, why aren't they going to ban the kids doing the arrest challenge?
The arrest challenge is terrible.
What's the arrest challenge?
The
I
one that
haven't seen
hashtag
this.
Chad brought to our attention, I think on either Friday or
It
Saturday
was
morning.
very bad.
Oh,
It's a TikTok where kids decide that they're going to get fake arrested. So they have their face pressed up against a wall with their hands behind their back. And there's like a light, like a police like siren thing happening. And then the kid turns around and presumably looks at the camera, who is his girlfriend, and mouths, "I love you" to her.
what the
Dude,
hell?
TikTok stinks.
If I swear to God,
85% of it's bad.
if I ever see Fritz doing something like this, I'm taking his phone and I'm throwing it into Lake Austin.
Why do this is like the Sway House kids have started this ridiculous like movement of just being like seductive into the camera.
It's very
so
uncomfortable for me.
It
As
is
a guy
so
who considers
uncomfortable.
himself very comfortable, it still makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're just decked out in Cut's clothing, dude. Pikachu over here.
How does getting arrested? How do the two even like? Where's the connection?
I don't know. There was also a trend a long time ago that was just like a dude getting fake broken up with. Like it was just dudes that were like making up captions and putting it underneath, and they were getting broken up with, and it was just their reaction to getting broken up with, and it was just them like licking their lips and staring at the screen.
Biting their lip. And,
Oh,
Like
God.
I'm all like if you're gonna be in the Sway House and you're gonna be doing like dances, you're gonna be hitting whips and nays and stuff like that. By all means, like just do it. That's lame.
Please.
But don't pretend to get arrested on TikTok.
if you're biting your lip on camera, unless you're Cole Campbell, you got to cut that shit out. You have to. It is. No one wants to see that. It's really uncomfortable, and I promise you, there will come a time in your life where you're gonna look back and regret the shit out of all those ridiculous videos that you've made.
There's gonna be a time where I
Fuck.
regret certain things.
too.
Like we're gonna regret certain like segments we do on this podcast at some
Yeah.
point in our lives.
Yeah.
But I will at least say that in the moment they were at least entertaining. Like the cringiness of the arrest TikTok challenges is just so off the charts that I can't even
Odds you'll
describe
do
it.
one.
No, they're not that bad. I probably would do one. If I'm
You just said, you just said they're trash.
yeah, but if I'm gonna do one, it's gonna be for the company under the idea that it's obviously lame.
Odds
Like
will
you're-
do one.
Odds I do
Cowboy
one.
Will one.
So just to be clear about the rules of odds, if we land on a number that adds up to the number I say, you have to do it.
Like I'm going in full aware of that.
Okay, I need to ask one question before we do it. I want to make sure that this is done correctly. Randy, if this odds pans out, will you help produce this video? Okay, because
Oh
I
my
need
God.
Randy's help.
I'm hoping for a no blood here. I don't want any of you guys doing this.
Well, if our thing adds up to a certain number, you have to do it.
That is not true.
No, it's
I
true.
am not participating.
No, it's actually the other rule that if we don't actually hit, then you have to do it.
What are the odds?
The odds are going to be 12.
Oh no, this is too much. Dude, that's too low.
12.
Do 32.
12.
All right. Want me to count it down? You guys
Hold
got
on,
your
I'm trying to
number?
think what number I want. Yeah, got it.
All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
3. Oh! I had you going 9 for some reason. I decided to go 3.
This
Dude,
best case.
he tried to freak my mind, but he couldn't.
I might still do one of these. I just want to do it.
Let's just do it.
Country will
People want us to do it.
The
Let's
country will TikTok, like it probably should have gotten released to the masses at some point.
I can't watch that TikTok.
Why?
It makes me cringe too hard.
What?
Does it make you feel emasculated because I'm just oozing masculinity?
Yeah.
Don't let your girl see it.
Dude, you're the Aubrey Huff of TikTok.
Can you imagine if your girl saw my TikTok?
She wouldn't be my girl anymore.
Nuh-uh. She'd be mine. Come over here. That's what I'd say to
Jeez.
her.
The thought of fake getting arrested to turn around and just like
Don't slap your thigh.
seducing your girlfriend. It's just so. I don't know if I
These
hate-
kids.
What crime
These
did they like
kids.
hypothetically commit? Like that they're getting pinned up, and he's like able to like look back at Bay and
Look
just,
back at it.
Yeah, like in this scenario, like the police presumably went into
Hey.
their house.
What if you did it and looked back and just mouthed spit on it, Bay?
Spit on it. Spit on it.
She's like, oh, you're in handcuffs. I'm not going to see you for the near future.
You're going to jail.
Yeah.
Someone
Spit
did
on it.
someone
You're gonna get
did
processed.
Someone did one where they did a fake one where the person was filming themselves taping the police one, and then someone walks in on them and they're like, "What are you doing?"
I like that.
It's
That's
just
meta.
It's good, yeah.
It's meta talk.
That's wonderful. I love that.
But yeah, TikTok.
The thought of like seeing people do this, like record these in real life. We got a sneezy boy coming. Sneezy boy. Oh, what a professional! He turned his mic down for the sneeze, and now he's going back up. Who are you?
I'm different.
You are different.
And I made sure to get one big sneeze out because you guys told me before the podcast that if I sneeze more than twice, you're not going to hit me with a bless you.
You did 3 earlier, and honestly, it was very annoying.
It's not like I'm trying to sneeze all the time, dude.
You're allowed 2, and that's it. Everyone knows that's a standard rule.
No, I think 3 is the standard rule
No,
for
it's
sneezes.
not. It's definitely 2. The third one, you're just showing off. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, we're
It's
gonna bless
an
you again.
involuntary act.
no,
gonna
the
bless
one,
you again,
the one
sure.
is the first sneeze is the one that's like, oh shit, I need to sneeze.
Be on
This-
bless you alert because
No.
we got a sneezy boy in the house.
The second one is like, all right, I'm gonna try to wrap this up, but then
No.
sometimes you need that third.
Your first one is a setup sneeze, like, oh, here comes a big boy, and then boom, you hit him with the second one. It's like, all right, game's over. Move on with your day. You went in with the third, and you're just getting too greedy.
I don't think I'm getting greedy. I'm not sitting here like looking around. I'm not sneezing,
It's
looking around like
annoying.
who's gonna bless me.
I'll drop 4 on you if you're not careful.
Then I will leave your house. I will leave.
I'll hit
wherever-
you with the quad.
Then I'm out. I don't. Put
You
up
were
with
never
that.
even there.
I don't put up with that shit.
I didn't let you in my house because you never see me with my shirt off.
Yes, I have. Not enough though. honestly.
First thing, your buddy, I can't remember his name. I apologize. He goes, "Have you ever seen Dillon's tattoo?" And I was like,
Yeah, we saw it like 2 weeks ago.
"You're not breaking news, man."
Dillon popped cheek in the studio a
I
couple weeks
did.
ago. It was swag.
I popped bottoms for Randy in here. That's facts.
I appreciated it.
Yeah,
The first time you showed me was on the EDM cruise.
I'll do it right now.
You walked out of the
All right.
shower and you were just had a towel over your piece, and I was like, oh, that's Dillon. He's naked.
I'm trying to see your turd cutter in the morning.
Okay.
Buddy, you're gonna wish you had.
No, I don't. I've seen it.
You're severely lacking cake lately. Just to be
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I'm
No, I'm
super
not.
caked.
Nah,
You kidding?
you're lacking cake. Your engagement party was actually lacking cake. How are you not gonna have a cake there for your boy to nosh on?
I'm not doing cake.
Nosh. He
engagement.
said nosh.
What does that even mean?
What is nosh?
Nosh It means eat, dude.
Since when?
I mean, yeah.
Are you kidding?
I've never heard that word.
Imagine not knowing that. Oh, nosh is actually food, or to eat food enthusiastically or greedily.
All right, there you
So
go.
I actually crushed
You
that.
did. You
I
nailed
need.
that.
Speaking of nosh, I need to rewatch or go back and finish Fast and Furious.
Have you not completed
You
it?
guys listen to Lil
No, I
Nas?
didn't
You're not binging these?
You guys
I-
hear Lil Nas X's new song?
Stop.
Dude, did you see the controversy with Tony Hawk?
Uh-huh.
Who's doing the blood skateboards?
Fair point.
No, I think Lil Nas X has a good point here.
By the Nas Man?
Yeah, he kind of got wronged.
I don't remember the circumstances around his blood shoe. Was it a blood shoe?
Yeah, he had a blood
Each shoe
shoe.
had
Wasn't there like some satanic
I think the
or like
actual
did people just make that up?
no people no it was because he in his music video that he released prior to the shoe he was giving Satan a lap dance.
Okay.
But okay, just
Look, he's edgy.
just to literally play devil's advocate here. If you're in hell
Wow.
and Satan's like, give me a lap dance, you're giving Satan a lap dance, right?
I mean,
You're already in
Presumably.
hell. Like maybe you can get out if you're getting on Satan's good side. It's like, hey, if I give you a lap dance, you mind if I peace up?
I don't know if it works that way.
Spit on it, babe.
Yeah, that's a good Satan voice.
If Satan got a lap dance, what would he get it to?
Probably
Running with the devil.
There you go. There you go.
He's like, this is about me. This song, I love Van Halen.
I don't have anything to add.
He calls
to
him
that.
Van Helen. Okay. Can we talk about our good friends over at Ritual?
Yeah.
From Ritual, the multivitamin company you know and trust. They have protein powders now. You know these like protein powders, especially for someone like me who hasn't been big in the protein game lately, they can feel a little intimidating. You know, we know from like pre-workouts and stuff that these things can skew pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
When it comes to Ritual, though, nah, their formulas, they're opaque, not just because they're powder. But the truth is, deep down, as in cellular level deep, we all need protein, and it's about more than just muscles. So their team of scientists, you guys ever heard of Harvard? The
Ivy
Crimson?
League. It's an Ivy League school.
It's the Crimson. They reimagined protein from the ground up and inside out, from how it's made to who it's made for and why it's needed. And their result is a delicious plant-based protein, or as I call it, PBP. It's offered in 3 premium formulations for distinct life stages and unique nutrient needs, all with the same high standards and approach to commitment of traceability that Ritual is known for. So whether you're doing reps or you're taking dog walks, Dillon, introducing the essential protein, which is here to shake things up. I got some of this in the mail. I have to say, not only is it delightful, it came with a shaker.
You're just Mr. Gaines these days, man, with the pre-workout and the protein.
Trying.
Just getting after it.
Fucking Chris.
I had
Gaines.
a child for no other purpose than to lean my arms up a little bit. I was
Right.
like, oh, these are getting a little chunky. I need to lean them up, and I need to start lifting like 5 to 6 pounds every day.
Really?
And that's why I had a kid. Look how lean these are now, dude. There's not an ounce of fat on my arms.
We're talking about working on that cake. If you want to get caked up.
What we know about
see that
Ritual
dumper.
protein is that it's made traceable. You deserve to know what you're putting in your body and why. And with their one-of-a-kind visible supply chain, there's a lot of supply chains out there. Not many of them are visible. This one is. You always know what's in their formulas, where the ingredients come from, and why they're included. And it supports daily health. For tomorrow as much as today, it's made with nutrients to support bones, brains, and muscles, and to help maintain muscle mass as you age, Dillon. This is clean PBP, like I said. It's got everything for every life stage, 18 and over, pregnancy and postpartum. Shouts to all the mommies out there. Even if you're 50 plus, they got that pea protein. 20 grams of it, Dave.
That's good. I double it. I go double the serving. That's just me.
You want to make another comment about the pea protein? Remember what you said last time?
Dude, I love peas. Get some
Remember
butter
what you
on
said
there.
last time?
It's bomb.
Or should I remind you?
Remind me.
You called it bomb-ass pea.
It is good.
It's great pea protein.
It's good pea protein. They have no added sugar or sugar alcohols. Just go get some. Try it. Stop listening to us talk about it. Just go try it. Why not shake up your Ritual to make trying something new a little less scary? Ritual offers a money-back guarantee if you're not 100% in love. Plus, our listeners get 10% off during their first 3 months. Just visit ritual.com/circlingback and add the essential protein today. That's ritual.com/circlingback for 10% off.
If I were Dillon, I would say this. Let's get ritual. But I'm not, so I won't do that.
Dillon, can you give us your Donda thoughts?
Donda.
Yeah, I will.
What is Donda for the folks at home?
Donda is the new Kanye West album that finally was released after, dare I say, months of teasing that it would be released. It has been released over the weekend, Saturday-ish, maybe?
Saturday. Or no, was it yesterday morning?
Within the last 48 hours.
Whenever it was.
Anyway,
26 songs, eh?
27 maybe?
27 tracks, I should say. They're not all songs.
The first one's a chant.
Brings up a good point.
Donda.
That
Donda.
made me uncomfortable. I'll
Donda.
say it.
Donda.
Of the 27 tracks,
Panda. Trash panda.
only a few of them you can actually take seriously. Like some of them are just like noise for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. That don't really make much sense. One song I really, really like, and it is called. Remind me what it's called.
Off the grid.
Off the Grid.
Haven't even heard it yet.
It's really good. The other songs, I don't like the album. I'll just say that. Songs leave a lot to be desired.
Do you have? Is there any room for this album to grow on you?
No.
What's that man's
He's
doing?
been doing
That's
this
very
thing.
close-minded.
He's been doing this thing for the last few albums. His style of song is where it's like all in one key, basically. It's very monotonous. It's all in one key. It's like a high pitch, kind of gospel-y, kind of melodic, and then you keep waiting for like the beat to drop, and he just drops bars on your face, and it just doesn't come. It doesn't happen, and it just leaves me wanting so much more.
You're
out of the
edging.
song. It leaves me wanting so much more. I'm just like, man, this could have been so much better if you just like hit it right here, but instead it's just the whole song of him just doing like, I don't even know if you can call him a rapper anymore. He doesn't rap anymore.
He
Is that
definitely
fair?
raps.
No, he doesn't.
You're saying he does not rap on his rap album?
He doesn't really rap anymore.
I've listened to. No, I did think I listened to way more. I didn't realize it was 27 tracks.
Even the song that I pointed out, Off the Grid, it's a featured track. He's not even the one doing the actual rapping.
He doesn't have a verse on Off the Grid?
He might, but he doesn't snap on it.
Okay.
How dare he not snap on it?
It's not for me. The album's not for me. I will listen to Off the Grid repeatedly because it's a very good song.
Did DaBaby verse make it on? I
Yeah.
remember that was kind of a controversy.
It's on Jail Part 2.
But Jail Part 2 has not been released on Spotify.
Oh, it's on Apple.
It's done on
think it is.
Spotify.
Are you sure?
They might have released it since, but yesterday morning when I went on Spotify, it was like blanked out. You couldn't actually see it.
And to be clear, is Marilyn Manson actually on the?
I don't think so.
He was just there for
I
the
think-
performance.
It's already a bad look to have Marilyn Manson at your performance. I think it's an even worse look if you're going to feature Marilyn Manson at this point. I don't know if you can do that.
Why?
yeah.
Marilyn Manson has several pretty aggressive allegations out against him right now, and I think we got to let the dust settle before we have any Marilyn Manson.
Why
takes
did
for a
he
little bit.
drop the Hova verse for DaBaby?
I don't know.
It's on Jail. The Ho's verse did make it,
Oh, it did.
Okay.
but on the wherever the
Jail Part 2?
not Jail, not the song. I'm sorry. I'm thinking wherever he did the performance in Chicago or wherever that was. It was left. They played the baby
Yeah.
one.
Numerous tracks on this album are just straight up throwaway tracks, like just fillers.
Yeah, that's
And I can't get behind that style that he is so into now. Like I don't
27
need 27 tracks. I need
27's
like
a
12.
lot.
Give me 12 really good songs.
I threw it on this morning, and I got through about 6 songs, and I was like, okay, I've listened to a good portion of this. Got in, started talking to y'all, and then you informed me that there's much, much more.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't know if I'll ever listen to this all the way through.
Yeah.
What I've listened to, it's not a masterpiece. It's not even. It's not a Kanye masterpiece by any means.
I didn't know
It's-
Master P was featured on this.
I thought that would be fantastic. I thought this was going to suck. There's been a few songs that I enjoy, including Off the Grid, but
It's
I'm
Heat.
only six the way through.
Certified Heat.
I'm gonna admit I haven't listened
There's
to
one
it
with the
yet.
Like you
weekend.
said-
The one with the weekend's pretty
Okay,
good.
I haven't listened to it yet because I'm not a big fan of Kanye dropping this on a weekend. Like I'm trying to enjoy my Sunday morning. I don't want to listen to 26 track album right now. Like I need it during a work day. I want it to drop on a Friday so I can
Yeah.
sit there all morning listening to it while lightly doing work.
Like you said, track 1 is just chanting. So it's just Donda over and over
Well,
again.
that's
Like,
fine. You
shouts
just,
to his
skip, you
mom.
just skip the intro
I
track.
know, but like that's not the way you set a tone for an album.
Do you?
I mean, Kanye's done that before.
So he's been doing these arena tours. I guess he did one in Atlanta, and then he brought his old house to Chicago. I saw someone saying, and I actually think this is an interesting theory, is that he's actually benefiting from these in a way because he can play the song for a crowd, see how they react to it, and then go back and start editing the music and like change things or do whatever. I don't know if he was doing that, but if he was doing that, I don't hate the methodology of this.
Yeah.
Did he say did he respond to the controversy of DaBaby by saying that DaBaby's the only person who said he would vote for me.
Yes.
So he had to give him a little something. It's like
Okay.
you didn't have to put him on the album.
Yeah, that justifies his
DaBaby, who
homophobic
we learned
comments.
recently, rescinded his apology.
Yeah. What if it's like,
What? Who's doing that?
what if like Meghan McCain was like, I'm going to vote for Kanye, and is he going to give her a verse?
I want to hop on the track.
I don't
she's
know. I
leaving
don't
The
know if
View.
anyone wants Megan McCain on Donda.
She's leaving The View.
Damn.
Anyway,
What are your thoughts on The View?
You go home every day and watch the recorded version of it.
No,
right?
I watched The Talk.
Early on and watched. Dave tried to put it in the contract that we wouldn't record during The View.
It's not true.
You're a big Joy Behar guy.
Is she? Oh, God.
Dylan, I do have some iPhone 13 news for you. Have you seen this?
no.
This is big. Like, if there's ever a time for you to upgrade your phone, I think it's right now.
I'm ready to upgrade. Let me upgrade.
Because apparently the new
Wow.
iPhone 13 series
Randy
will
likes
feature
it.
low Earth orbit or LEO technology.
What about LFO technology?
They don't have any of that. The light funky ones. But it's a satellite communication connectivity which will allow users to make calls and send messages when their cell signal is not available.
Are you kidding?
This means if you have an iPhone 13, you can get a text anywhere, Dylan.
It's basically a satellite phone?
Want to get
That's
away?
sick. Are you kidding me?
I think you need one of these because you never get any of our texts, right?
Yeah. There's no excuse. That's sick, man. I am upgrading.
Let
Can't
me
wait.
upgrade you.
Is this the thing where you have to get up at like 4 a.m. and like for the phone drop? I've done that once and it was miserable.
Were you doing a brisket too
I will
at the
be
same
copying
time?
as
No.
soon as...
Just do a brisket next time the iPhone 13
I
comes out.
clearly have a
When can I
problem
cop?
timing said brisket.
Dude, you got to think Apple.com is where you would go to cop this.
No, I said, when can I cop?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not eligible for an upgrade right now, so I'm
Let me-
I'm not worried about
Let
it.
me upgrade. My camera, which I thought was good, when I use a phone with an actual
Yeah.
good camera, it is so different.
Dude, I'm sure it's the technology and not the user.
It is. Yeah, thank you.
You should have Will take all your photos. He does that for me.
I don't want to talk about that.
Do
Did
want
you
me-
see my photo dump at DC Ruff on Instagram? Like a lot of people are like, these
I liked
photos
it.
look like they're like a movie set.
I liked it from @dshivery on Instagram.
You liked it.
I double tapped.
Which one was your favorite one that you took of me?
Let me go through.
Lafitte's.
Probably Lafitte's.
That one's dope. My hand's in that picture. Not to brag, but
I saw your little stubby fingers,
I got great fingers, man.
little sausage hand.
I mean, let's see. We got Dave drinking his whiskey at
As
the
at
South
Dylan's
Congress
engagement
Hotel. That's
party.
good. The one of us choosing our frozen drinks is actually pretty good. And then let's see. The fit pick on Bourbon Street was pretty hard.
I had to cut Dillon out because he made me.
You got his shoe in there. My shoe.
Did I?
My shoe. Was this the sassy? Was the guy? I
That's
thought
him.
this guy was the
That's
sassy drug dealer.
That is him.
So he was drinking a glass of red wine on the street while selling joints to people like us. We didn't buy any joints, just to be clear. Hard to say. Hey, we got a special guest in the building.
Oh my gosh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Dylan better sit up. Dylan, do you need some phone books right now?
Hello, everybody.
No. You got to lean into it.
I was contractually obligated by, one of the. I think the majority owner is where the email tagline
Oh
said.
yeah.
It's a
pulled that
majority
card.
owner decision made unilaterally. KJ, if you would go ahead and lower that seat a little bit, so just to appease the top dog.
It's a
if
good
you
looking
will.
shirt, man.
It is. See, look, it's deflecting already.
Did it for Dippy.
Oh man, let me set
Look
that
at the
guy.
barrel chest on KJ, though.
Okay.
Dude, Dylan's
Stop
posture's never been
objectifying
more.
KJ.
Yeah, what's your problem?
See the barrel chest?
It's really just this dividing line between Randy and I. It's like anywhere here is like the H jet stream, if you will. Like it goes just in this direction. Usually lands on the cake doctor over there, but I guess I'm in the way. So
Cake
Who's the
doctor.
cake doctor?
It's
Is
gotta
that
be
Randy?
yeah.
He's the horniest in the room.
Oh yeah.
Here comes the cake. Never mind.
Well, guys, as we all know, this is time for BBN, as we established last week, stands for bigger, better news. But let me just run through the rundown just to make sure. Have you guys done all fun news today? Because if so, I'd like to bring the room on down for
Bring it down.
bearer of bad news.
Bring it on down.
Bring it down.
I say that jokingly, but as going through all of the headlines of today, it doesn't look like there's much space for fun. So we can do this one of two ways. We've got three topics. You want to go, bad, bad, good, good, bad, good. How do you want to
End on good.
end on
Yeah, and on
Okay.
good. And on good.
Well, let's start with one thing I think deserves proper acknowledgement, really, from all of us. I think we're all pretty moved and troubled by the scenes that have kind of taken place over the last 10 days, 2 weeks over in Afghanistan. Obviously not the platform really for us to kind of dive deep on, geopolitical goings on. But, as I think we all understand, there's always an opportunity to kind of express gratitude and the understanding of what it means to kind of, sacrifice at that level. So I did want to make sure that didn't go without, some sort of mention.
we talked about this before the pod. Our friend of the show,
Yeah.
Captain Cons
There you go.
from Zero Blog or
Pod.
Zero Blog 30.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, those guys have been all over it, and they've written some great stuff, and they've had good stuff. Follow them on Twitter. Check out their
Kate from Barstool, who is
Yes.
also a host on that podcast, she had a very interesting write-up that I read because you can get your news from anywhere. You can go read anything. You can read what the reporters are saying. Hearing an actual, former service member's thoughts on it was very eye-opening for me.
Yeah.
And we have so many listeners out there who reach out to us who are deployed, who just came back from a deployment and can't wait to binge some of our podcasts. They've sent us letters. They've sent us photos of them listening in jets, like anywhere. It's all very cool, and we appreciate the support so much. And we also have support on our end.
Yeah.
We always support, our service people. But when something like this happens, it really puts things into perspective all over again, gives you an extra appreciation for what they do. So, yep, absolutely.
And we can tackle it a little bit next week, but I do want to figure out how we can walk the fine line of being who we are, but also maybe discussing a little, do you remember where you were when, coming up on that 20th anniversary. So we'll table that for next week. But for our second round of Bad, Bad, Good here on BBN News, I'm sure it's been mentioned off top, but I also want to afford room. We've got tons of listeners down in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast area. I just got off of a call for work just talking about some of the ripple effects of a huge, devastating situation like we have with Hurricane Ida down there. Really, not enough can be said that isn't, generic at this point. But if there's something that could be provided or done for anyone who ends up in the Dallas area, let me know. I saw David was in a Discord mentioning if somebody was in the Austin area.
dinner on the
evacuated.
D-Man.
Dinner on D-Man. I would take him up on that. 'Cause
Dang,
you
can
know
I
he
slide
has
into
like
this?
4 places.
I will do dinner with you. Yes.
Okay.
Nice. But yeah, it's again, Hurricane Katrina. We're at the 15th anniversary of that. I would say between 9/11 and that, like two, I guess, seismic events that really shaped kind of my high school, college experiences. That's both had happened like freshman year, or I guess sophomore year. So in the sense that we're dealing with one of those again, a lot's going to change for a lot of people who live in those areas. So if there's anything that we can personally assist with, reach
Yeah,
out directly.
all of New Orleans and the surrounding parishes, I believe, out of no power, and I think I saw it might be weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, we dealt with the freeze. I mean, 5 days maybe. Some people were out of
Fritz.
with power. No, not duh freeze.
No, you would deal with the freeze every day of the week.
But the thought of that is just terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot. So for those who don't know, my other occupations involved in healthcare, and so a part of that is speaking oftentimes to CEOs of hospitals or people who lead surgery centers and whatnot. And one of the administrators we were having a conversation with had to stay. Obviously, you don't have the opportunity to close down a hospital. They have massive generators. They're kind of prepared for this sort of thing, but maybe not to this magnitude. And just getting your patients through the day or the night or the week, like that's one thing. The ongoing need for fuel for your generators is maybe not something they were expecting, but the byproduct of all of this is just think about how many more people will need help. So even if you're not necessarily immediately local or available to do anything personally, there are going to be opportunities that present themselves over the next few weeks, even if it's not monetarily, donating blood, clothes, all sorts of things. Keep an eye out for those sorts of things. Maybe animals are your thing. SPCA from the regions are going to be inundated with animals that were evacuated from the area. Find your niche.
If you've got causes that you find to be important to you and you think that we can help out, I know our platform on social isn't the biggest, but we will definitely retweet anything that gets sent our way in terms of helping and try to get some exposure for those things. I'll do my best to stay on the timeline, stay in the mentions, get some retweets going, make sure that we can get some of the awareness out there.
Yeah, and if you're local and you know of opportunities where you feel like we could have a positive influence, let me know. We'll talk about some of the effects as far as the sports world over on Too Much Dip, another podcast you'll find for free, by the way, here on this feed here locally.
Hey.
But now for a little bit of positivity.
Hit us.
You guys ever heard of Las Vegas?
Yeah, I've been once.
Dylan loves Las Vegas.
My hockey team plays there.
Oh, that's true. I know you're not like a big Vegas guy like Will is. I've heard he spent many hours there.
He crushed his first trip there. Yeah.
My pregnant wife and I went crazy. It was a movie.
Vegas is reporting its largest month as far as casino wins ever. At $1.6 billion Vegas brought in, and I guess in the month of July as things were beginning to open up. You know,
So the house is winning the most, or the
As far as
people
their
that are
net
going
revenue.
are winning
The
the
house.
most?
yeah, definitely not the people that are
Bad
going.
for the
Learn
common
that the
folk.
hard way.
Although the people that go
Jeez.
usually
I'm
do
getting
win
killed.
What did they attribute that to?
the most. Sorry, I had to force that most.
No, I got
joke
it.
in there. I would say they had probably pent up demand, if you will. I, for one, have definitely come in here and been like, hey, I could do a Vegas trip if anyone wants to do a 36-hour jaunt, if you will. Like, I'd
All
be down.
time?
I got a flight credit I have to use. Just saying.
Yeah, your boy does as well. So,
I mean, your boy does not turn down Vegas
I
trips.
mean, I don't have any flight credits. I don't have any flight credits, but I could get away.
I mean, I'm just saying.
so given that usually their biggest days in the year are March Madness, which is, I guess, a noted
yeah,
young family.
August seems like a weird time for this.
Yeah, it's hot. It's very hot. It's also like the hottest month, not necessarily on record, but like hottest month over the last few years, temp-wise.
Sheesh.
On top of that, other positive note, out of Vegas as well. I don't know how often, I guess, what games y'all play when you go to Vegas? What's your,
Blackjack, craps, poker.
okay, table games? Any of you slots guys?
No.
Yeah.
I don't go to a different city so I can look at a screen.
Slots, that's where casinos make their most money.
Dude, I just sit at the poker table. I'm a straight up shark with it.
And then the slots come up to you occasionally,
Damn.
right?
David Negreanu over here.
I mean, free drinks, right?
There you go. But during a table game at the legendary Golden Nugget in downtown Las Vegas, I assume you've been to the old G Nug.
I've been to the Nug.
It's
The
harder.
G-Nug.
Yeah, the G Nug. You know, little nuggy.
It's very old school.
Harder and harder to find places where you can do $5 blackjack or $5 tables. You know, for those of us who've only stayed at the Cosmo, you know, Will and I.
Shouts to the Cosmo.
Good luck for finding a $5 table in there. But G-Nug's a place that you can do that. They actually had somebody playing, I guess, Crazy 4 poker, won nearly $1.1 million on a progressive poker jackpot.
Wow.
Jeez.
That is a crazy game of poker.
It is quite the crazy.
I got a royal flush one time playing online poker.
I had 3 jacks.
I won about $12 on the
pair.
hand.
Yeah, didn't you have 3 jacks and a pair of 9s?
that you could never withdraw from your offshore account, like by the time
No,
things
I
were seized.
luckily
That's
I got
when
out.
Johnny doubled up with the.
I got out before it all got locked down.
I'm not.
I actually
good-
had 3 jacks, but it was my hood. Oh, never mind.
That was when you were sick.
What are you doing?
Okay.
A lot.
doing?
A lot.
That's
I'm not
gotta be a
good
personal
at the table game, like extra side bet, but I know that's a differentiator for every casino. Like you can play blackjack in here, they'll play +3 or whatever. But yeah, you may take a black or a Vegas trip and maybe more common times.
If only we had someone, within the company or currently in the studio right now who might have gotten
That's it.
engaged and could use a quick trip over to Vegas to celebrate.
Or somebody who got married and who had to cancel their bachelor party because of the ongoing global
Ooh,
pandemic.
joint?
No,
Joint
we're not.
bachelor?
We're not doing a
No,
joint
get
bachelor
outta
party.
here.
I already told you the one
I know.
request I have is not doing a joint bachelor party.
What about
If I'm doing a joint
consecutive?
bachelor party, it better be in Denver.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, it's legal there.
You made a weed joke.
Does he not know weed's legal in Vegas too?
Smoking weed.
It's legal in Vegas too.
I actually do know that.
KJ just
Just kind of
said.
forgot about that.
Shout out to
Smoking herb.
Bloom.
Dude, I always say smoke them if you got them. I've always
You
said
always
that.
say that. Don't you have that tattooed on your other butt cheek?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I
Pull
thought
that
you
dumper out for a player.
Yeah, let's see.
Show us the tat.
I'll thump it out for
Let's
you.
see that booty meat.
I really thought you were more of a
Randy,
Randy,
cut the cameras off real quick.
No, he can blur it.
That's paywall content.
Nah, he won't blur it.
He'll
I know
blur
Randy.
it. He'll forget. He'll be like, "Oh fuck, I forgot."
You were
Dylan's,
known for saying "eat 'em, don't swish or sweet 'em." I thought that was
Wow.
your saying.
Dylan.
I don't recall saying that, KJ.
Okay.
Okay.
It was the same email. It said majority owner.
What's your problem, Dylan?
It's email.
Okay, we got to wrap this.
I
thing
can't remember
up.
his middle initial, so I can't even pull that one off. All right.
Oh,
that's all you
Deej.
got.
Classic Deej over
Oh,
here.
yeah, DJE. That's what it is.
Oh, he
Or
hates
DJC.
DJ.
Yeah. There we
Don't
go.
tell DJ Bean that though.
Bigger, badder news this week. Sorry to bring the room down, but, you know.
No, gotta support the squad.
Dude,
Had
whatever
to, KJ.
BBM wants, we're cool with it.
All right, that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow on patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast for the worst of. If you haven't gotten your story in, go do that now. Worst of at watchmedia.com or just head over to watchmedia.com.